everyone, and welcome to Planning My Chronic Life. Today's video is a little bit different. I have been out of sorts with putting my back out, so today I'm at my desk at a bit of a different camera angle. I've got my standing desk up so that I can just stand and keep moving around so I'm not too uncomfortable. So I'm just going to talk you through a little bit of decorating my planner, getting that sort of side of things set up because I am a bit out of sorts. I didn't feel like doing any serious goal planning or those sorts of things, so I thought I'd do some of the fun stuff like playing with my stamp pads, checking how they're going to work with this Tomoe River paper this year. Also putting in some of the stickers on cover pages, those sorts of things. So I'll just talk you through some of the things that I'm doing as we go along. So what you've seen so far is I've just created a pen test page and a stamp pad test page at the back. And I'm just going through the stamp pads that I have. After I did the Year in Pixels page, I realized that the stamp pads are, that I use from Shachihara have got quite a bit of bleed through, and after doing a bit of reading online realized that they are a pigment based ink, so they are going to bleed through a bit. And then had a look at the Versacolor ones that I have and realized that they're the same. So I'm just doing a bit of testing. I also, these ones that I'm testing at the start are just those cheap ones from Kmart that I said that I got with some alphabet stamps. Most of them are pretty dried out. The only two that are actually still quite good is the silver and the gold. So as much as I probably won't use them so much for stamping in my planner, I did use them for some Christmas decorations with a blending brush and sort of brushing some gold around the edges of some Christmas tags. So now I'm just going through the Versacolor ones. I'm writing down the number and the name of the colour on these ones and then just stamping beneath them. I'm using the same stamp for all of them. Just tried to find something that was small so I could fit lots on the page, but also big enough that it shows the colour quite well. So you'll see in a second when I actually get to the Shachihara ones, I realised that I needed to translate what the colour names were before I started stamping them. Seeing as I'm using my phone to record, I can't look up using Google Translate. So just dropped that one onto the page, left a mark. It's like, oh, planner's messy now. I don't have to worry about trying to keep it perfect for over the year. So just working through here, excuse the mess on my desk. Like I said, different camera setup. I've brought in a plant to cover up some of the computer stuff that's on the desk. I've got some incense burning there, I like using incense. I find it a little bit more reassuring than having an open flame when I'm messing around with bits of paper and those sorts of things as well. So after realizing that all of these ink pads that I have are pigment-based inks and will have the chance of bleeding through the paper, I did a bit of research online afterwards, looking for the Versamagic ones, I think they are, which are the chalk ink pads. Found that they're the little dewdrop sort of shape ones. I did find that they are quite expensive. Could find sort of packs of 4 or individual ones. But what I found was another YouTuber was using an off-brand one that is still a dewdrop shape. It's still a chalk ink. So I've ordered a pack of, I think it's a pack of 40 colours from AliExpress. So they're due to come in the mail just after Christmas. So I might do a bit of a swatch of that when I get those back and we can have a look at the colours on them, see what the pigment's like, whether it's a nice bright colour or whether it'll bleed through, those sorts of things. So I'll share those with you when they arrive. But I just thought if I wanted to do more title pages, stamping the words out, those sorts of things, I didn't want to be bleeding through on all the pages as well. Okay, so finish that now. I'm just having a look at how much it's bled through on the other side. The other thing about these pigment ones, they do take quite a while to dry. So I'm just clipping the book open there. You may have seen I used this other planner to sit underneath the side that didn't have the bulk of the pages to try and get it to sit up, and that just helped with making it stamp a bit easier. So now I'm in my 5-year planner. You might have seen I've decorated the opening pages of that one. And I've just grabbed out there, that's the kit of stickers that I've put together to use for January. So I've pulled out some ink and one of my fountain pens. It's a dropper filled fountain pen. It's just a cheap one from, it may have been from AliExpress as well, or it may have been from Amazon online. So I'm just putting in an ink that will match that theme that I've pulled out. I'm using the Sterling Ink Common, sorry, not the Common Planner, the Sterling Ink 5-year planner. I bought that last year, so I've nearly finished that, and I haven't skipped a day, which is lovely. There's been times where I've had to backfill a couple of days. Now, at the front, there's this page, which is basically just a January introduction, and then at the end, there's a blank page, which is like after the last day of the month. So this sticker book that I'm going through is from Amazon. It's a whole heap of washi stickers, all sort of vintagey feel to them. And then at the back, it does have some vintage style papers as well. But I just pick out one sticker at the front and one sticker at the end and put those in the same sort of color scheme as what I've got. Just grabbing out the year stamp for 2025, so that'll be the first time this one gets used. And what I do with these, because the ink pads do take a while to dry, I just stamp all on one side of the book first, and that way I'm not putting any pressure on where I've just stamped. So I'll go through, do all the pages on one side, and then leave that to the side to let it dry out, and then come back in, say, 5 minutes and do the other side of the planner. And you may have seen there I switched from stamping on the inside closer to the spine to more towards the outside, just because I wasn't getting an even stamp across it for that. The stickers that I'm using there for January are from Little Linda Stickers. Little Linda Stickers, I think it is. She's got a shop, but she's from Australia. So they were ones that I got in one of her Oops bags. They are perfect stickers. They just haven't been cut out. So I'll just cut those ones out by hand, which is fine. So now I'm going back to my common planner for 2025 to have a look at how I'm going to decorate. So this is the direct inside the front cover. So I've got my current year's planner sitting there in front of me to see how I decorated it last year. And I had pulled out a whole heap of stickers that are sort of a lot bigger decor than what I would normally use in my planner. So they don't fit in, because I use a B6 size planner, they don't fit in a normal week spread. So I've just pulled out a whole heap of the big ones that I thought might come in handy, but I've also got a couple of books there that I'm flipping through just to see if, because there's some quite large decor quotes in those ones that might be good. So this one I think is Colourful Seasons or something along those lines from the Happy Planner. So it's just different florals in a seasonal colour scheme. And then there's some other ones there as well. I think that one is one of the colour story books that I'm flipping through there now. It has some good just sort of generic flowers and stuff in it. And then this one is one, can't remember the name of it, but it's got some good pages of like a colour scheme of dots. And I used those dots last year for my goals and colour coordinating the goals to the different themes that I was using. So I'll probably do that again this year. So just coming back to this Colourful Seasons book, I think I'm going to use it for this one. And as you can see there, that one sticker sort of fills up most of the page. So I'll leave that as it is for now. I may come back and add some more decor in later. And Excuse the cut in the film there. I hadn't realised my gimbal had run out of battery, and so it was recording the plant there for about 5 minutes before I realised it had gone to sleep. So back doing the other side of the year stamp in the 5-year planner, and then that will pretty much be my January setup in that for this one. As I'd already done the decorating in the front of this one, there's not much more to do. So I have left a page, there's some extra pages right in the front, which I've actually dated with each of the years. So what I'll do at the end of the year is go through my photos and print out some of my photos on sticker paper and put those in. And then I think I'll flick to the back shortly and show you what the back of it looks like. So here I'm just having a look at the exercise and fitness health tracking sort of part of my common planner, which I'm still setting up. I was going to start stamping in some of the words again, but reconsidering whether I'm doing that with the stamp pads that I've got. I think it was actually after I did this planning session that I actually went and ordered that AliExpress ones online. So I'm glad I didn't stamp them in right straight away. That's me looking to see whether I can get away with stamps this time. So, but that's fine. We'll switch to that. So I'll go back. This will be the cover page for my health tracking. And it's like me just deciding, nope, that's fine. We'll leave it. So I'm just pulling out some of the sticky notes of the stuff that I have already done. So I've put in the months for each of the goal tracking pages. Use the Sterling ink stickers that I had for that. And then that's where it changes over to my exercise planning. A lot of that I'll be setting up probably shortly, but also into January, as it does take quite a while, and I'm trying not to put so much pressure on myself to get it all done by New Year's Day. It's like, as long as I can start recording on the 1st of January, that's fine. I don't have to have the whole year set up. So switching back to, this is my day to a page Sterling ink planner. So it's an undated day to a page that I'll be using as my journal for this year. So by taking my journal out of my common planner, I've got a lot more space to do more tracking, and it means that I don't have to worry about how much space I have each day. It's pretty much all spread out for me. So in the front here, where it is sort of the quarterly tracking pages, because I've got all of that in my other common planner, what I'm doing here is I'm actually setting these pages up as seasonal bucket lists. So I've been doing a bucket list in my daily journal just within the pages because my common planner isn't dated in those back pages. I could put it in wherever I wanted. But moving my journal to this planner that has dates in it means that I needed to find a different spot to put my bucket list. And this is actually going to work out perfectly. It means that I'm not doubling up. I'm putting the same information in both planners, and it gives me a whole page where I can add it in when I get to that season. So then we'll go through the monthlies. They've all been dated. And then we're into each of the months. So at the start of the month, it's got a blank page, which is where I'll do my currently page. And then at the end of the month, it's got a spot for reflection or whatever you want to do there. So I've decided that I do a monthly reflection, and that's going to be perfect. So I noticed when I was flipping through these books before that there were these reflection stickers. So I'm just going to go through each month and try and find a color that suits the Sterling ink stickers that I've put in there already. So luckily enough, this book had enough to do the whole 12 months. So just flipping through those. I did actually go through off camera another day this week, and I have a spot for reflection in the goal setting part of my common planner as well. So I found some other reflection stickers in some of the other sticker books too. So I'm so glad I have been strict with myself about not buying new decorative stickers so far this year. And it's actually making me go through my stash, find the stickers that still suit my needs. They may not all be 100% the same color scheme or something along those lines, but they are working perfectly well. So it's great. I'm using up what I already have, which is really good at the moment. So I'm just putting in a pen test page in the back of this one as well, because I'll be using different pens potentially. Just seeing if there's anything else that I can do in this one at the moment. Do another cover page in the front here. So again, this is just inside the front cover. So being my daily journal, I don't plan on doing any goal tracking in this one, any of those things that I'm doing in my other journals. I just don't want to duplicate the effort. I don't see the point. I don't have the time and I don't want to spend the energy. So just putting in a big quote sticker there. Again, you can see it would be too big for a normal page. So it's good to have these, and it's great. Like, I do actually flick through from the front of my planner every day when I go in to do my planning. So it'll be lovely to just flick past these quotes. They're great motivational reminders. So just finding another one to put on the second page here. And all of these pages that I've pulled out, I'll find other places to use them as I go through and set up my fitness tracking and those other sorts of things as well. The OCD person in me was being very good and not measuring out and just eyeballing where I was putting those stickers to. So I was very proud of myself. So that sticker that I put down does have some gold foiling on it, so I've just pulled a couple of gold leaves to complement that. Now I'm actually going to break out and put this one into its cover, so I can get rid of the box. I've put the little calendar freebie that had the painting on it from Sterling Ink inside the front cover. I might switch it out later, but in my common planner this year, I have been doing a vellum, and that's me just taking a sigh because I just tipped all the stickers out that I had in that book in the right spots. So I've put it into the clear plastic cover. It was a little bit of a squeeze because we have had the air conditioning on full bore lately, and I'm just grabbing out the Oxnite cover that I purchased from Amazon. It's basically looks the same as a Moterm one. So at the start of the year, I don't tuck in the front cover of my planners because I find they don't shift around too much. When it gets towards the end of the year and more of the weight is towards the front, then I will need to tuck the front cover in just so it doesn't shift around so much. So I've put the bookmarks in on the monthly and the daily pages on that one. Just seeing if there's anything else I can do in this one at the moment. Okay, so now I'm back in 5-year planner, just getting that pen ink to come through. At the front page of each month, I'll put in looking forward to, and then on that last page, I'll put a highlight. So I'm just penning that in now. Then I'm going to flip through to the back pages of my 5-year planner where I've actually used those empty pages for a 52 lists project. I'm not trying to fill it out in 1 year, but I figure I can keep adding to it each year through my planner. So I didn't start it until later. You'll see there's a lot of blank pages, but it is something that I can keep adding to as I go through each year. So I think that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.